Welcome to another installment of Rochelle's Daily Wire Video Edition. I am Bill Rochelle, Editor-at-Large for American Bankruptcy Institute. This week we had a good deal of really interesting material in my ABI column, and I want to emphasize two opinions from the Courts of Appeal, the Ninth and the First Circuit, both of them dealing with involuntary petitions. In the First Circuit, the appeals court unanimously upheld bankruptcy judge Enrique Lamute from Puerto Rico. In that particular case, there was an involuntary debtor who, Judge Lamute found, had essentially committed fraud on his creditors. But because that debtor had 12 or more creditors, Judge Lamute dismissed the involuntary petition because there were not 3 petitioning creditors. The First Circuit upheld that result, basically saying categorically that even if you have special circumstances resulting from the commission of fraud, if the debtor has 12 or more creditors, you cannot enter an order for relief just because the debtor committed fraud. In other words, folks, the statute means what it says. And in the Ninth Circuit, there is a split decision also dealing with involuntaries. The question there is, can a third party obtain damages for the dismissal of an involuntary petition? In that case, the involuntary debtor was a corporation where the corporation was deadlocked and was unable to respond one way or the other to the involuntary bankruptcy petition. Well, that's where the court split. The majority held that a third party who was a 50% shareholder could not obtain damages for the corporation for the dismissal of that involuntary petition. And there was a very vigorous dissent saying that yes, indeed, you really could, because allowing damages in that case would, shall we say, promote the policies underlying the bankruptcy code. Well, because this was a split decision with a vigorous dissent, I think the issue is not over. And my guess is one of these days, the Supreme Court is going to step in and tell us what the answer is or ought to be. Until this time next week, this is Bill Rochelle signing off, saying be well, don't work too hard, and enjoy the spring weather.